score now is 4-4-28. Leading Port Douglas 3-3-21. The ball goes down, favours Dutchy again. Fart gets pushed out of the road. Pat Foy pushes him in the back. And we finally get one. Bit of free kick, that is. I don't think Smithy's going to give us too many. Fart puts the ball in towards Rudy and Willow. Willow's up there and takes a nice mark. Willow plays on. Gets a kick towards Tails. Tails is there battling with his opponent. Puts the long arms up. Millie takes another good mark. Ball comes out towards Craig Reed. Craig runs into a pack of players, gets a hurry kick, goes nowhere. Jacko's in there, gets the ball out, kicks it towards nobody, I don't think. Player picks it up, Port player picks it up. Pat Foy running hard at the ball, goes through, trips Jatsi up, and that is the siren during a very good first quarter of football, with Central's leading 4-4-28 to Port Douglas 3-3-21. Ball was in readiness for the second quarter of the 1990 grand final. Central's leading by 7 points, kicking with a stiff breeze, about 7 goals. Ball goes down, Dutchy gets a decisive tap. Willow runs onto the ball well. Port player comes across and cuts him out of it. Willow rides the Port player in the ground and will give a free kick away on the wing position. Kicks it over towards a 2-centre Port position. Dutchy is behind and Hubbard takes a mark. Hubbard, the captain coach of Port Douglas, kicks it down towards Purse. Purse runs in, takes a good mark. He runs through Davo. Dave gets a hurried left foot kick towards Rudy. Rudy bends down, misses the ball. Player gets in front of him. Rudy continues on. Kicked out by North's player, Port Douglas player. Out towards Jatsi. Jatsi and Hubbard. Jatsi gets rid of the ball, keeps it in front of him. Hubbard hustles and he gets the ball out of the road. Brad Bolton falls over. Tim McNeil's on the ground, tries to get rid of the ball. Bit of a scramble, should have been a ball up, but this ball gets hurried over the boundary line after a bit of scrappy play and pretty poor umpiring. Ball comes in. Craig Bitten's got the ball, he runs off, bounces off Hubbard, gets a hurried left foot kick, gets tampered with on the way through, kicks it down towards Taylor, bounces over his head. The fullback keeps the ball away from him. Reedy misses the ball, a fresh air shot. Taylor runs through, but fullback kicks the ball away from him. Brad Bolton gets hold and over the shoulder by Terry McLeod. And Brad Bolton gets a free kick on the wing. Craig kicks it towards Fart at centre forward. Fart in front, gets the ball tapped away from him by Pat Foy. 11 for Port Douglas, gets a hurried handball out to Foy. Foy picks the ball up, turns around on his left foot, kicks it towards the wing on the outer side. Keller goes to grab the ball, misses the ball, bends down, picks it up, gets a hurried handball towards Willow. Willow puts it in a blind turn and a hurried right foot kick straight down the throat of Robert Hubbard again. Hubbard gets a high, wide and handsome kick towards the wing on the outer side, and the Port Douglas player takes a mark in front of Al Bradford.
Somebody on there still.
Is there? Hey, Tiger. Kick from the Port Douglas player goes straight to the arms of another Port Douglas player. He plays on, falls over, gets out of the road, a spotted dog, finally gets a hurry kick to nowhere. Tim McNeil leading in the race to the ball with Jatsi. Jatsi's had a chat to Timmer. Timmer will shepherd while Jatsi picks the ball up. Puts a nice left foot kick in towards Fart. Fart pushes Pat Foy in the back and a free kick on the corner of the square. Pat Foy gets a kick towards half-forward line. Jatsi's there, goes up. Hubbard in front takes... Colin Fogden takes a nice... Oh, no, it's Hubby. Takes a nice mark in front of Jatsi. Kicks it towards Davey Evans. Davey Evans hits it over his head. A Port player comes in. Paul Milne runs into an open goal and kicks the first goal of the second quarter. Back in the centre again.
It is.
Umpire ready to bounce the ball. With Port Douglas trailing by 1 point at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Ball goes up. Dutchy and Killer. Killer gets a tap out. The Port Douglas player gets a handball across. Breaks the tackle from Tim McNeil. Runs his full 10. Kicks the ball upfield and kicks it straight to Paul Milne, number 31, who juggles the mark. He was a player that got the handball and kicked it to Milne. Kicking into the face of this 7-goal Breeze. First standing to mark. Gave it half a chance and the Breeze didn't blow strong enough and it goes through for a point. So the scores are all locked up. This stage of the second quarter. Gets tackled, didn't have a chance to get rid of the ball. And a resulting free kick goes to the Port player. Port player kicks it in towards Rod Davison. He gets a push in the back. Willow was going for it. Finally picked up by Wayne Britton, who gets a long kick down to Rudy. Rudy's about 40 metres out. On a fairly slight angle, kicking with a Breeze at his back. He should have no problems with the distance. It's just the actual accuracy we'll have to worry about. He puts a nice type of kick in. Tails goes up. Misses the ball. Looks a bit ungainly when he fell over, and a point result. So Central's a 1 point in front. Port fullback kicks it in. To Graham Harvey and gets punched away by Titch Britton. So the ball's out of bounds on this side, half forward flank. Killer goes up in the ruck, gets a hit out. Betsy goes up, gets hands to it, doesn't do anything with it. Port player tackled, ball on the ground. Finally, Davison gets the ball out of the pack and Wayne Britton has been reported. Or warned, I don't know. Wayne stands to mark, Killer's got the ball. It's a little chip kick in to Pat Foy. Pat Foy on the half forward flank for Centrals. Pat Foy runs in and kicks the ball straight into the arms of Wayne Britton. Rudy goes up in front, from behind. Finally, Judgy picks the ball up, kicks it around, kicks it. Has a snap, a goal from 40 metres out and it goes straight through the middle. Jeff Donnelly, commonly known as Judgy, has been called other names. The score at the 8-minute mark is Central's 5-5-35, leading Port Douglas 4-4-28. Umpire puts the ball to turf, it favours Dutchy again, gets a long tap towards the square. The edge of the square, Brad Bolton goes up one-handed, drops the ball. There's a stack of players and Smithy's made a right decision for a change. It's been a good contest between Dutchy and Killer. Andrew Martin went in and a resulting free kick. See a little bit of an elbow, but I didn't think it was much. Anyway, Greg Davis gets a kick towards the centre of the ground, a big pack of players. And Timmy McNeil has taken the ball out of the hands of Wayne Britton. Timmy McNeil goes back, kicks a long kick towards Tails. Tails goes up, gets a hands to it, knocks it forward. It's leading in for the race of the ball, gets a hurried kick straight on the arms. And waiting Port Douglas player, he runs up towards the centre of the ground, kicks it towards Al Bradford. Al Bradford is behind his opponent, Trevor Bennett. Trevor Bennett leading the race of the ball, gets knocked off the ball. Al Bradford's still there. Kello gets a hurried kick, drops to the ground. Al Bradford back in there trying to get it again. He gets it out to Greeny, gets a hurried kick towards Reedy. The ball's down on the forward line, rolls around the boundary line, and it's out of bounds on the outer forward flank. Ball's back into play, so the Wind take that ball, and players get up. The Port Douglas ruckman gets a tap out. Wayne Britton kicks it and hits it, Tails on the chest. Tails a natural right footer. It's on a fairly acute angle, at 25 metres out. It's the Breeze blowing across his shot for goal, so it could go anywhere. It's a lovely kicked goal that's gone straight through. So the scores at the moment are Central 6-5, 41, leading Port Douglas 4-4-28. Ball's just been bounced in the centre again. Dutchie gets a tap, hits it straight towards Brad Bolton. Brad Bolton gets a handball to Craig Britton. Craig Britton put on a lot of pressure, gets a hurried handball. Little Terry McLeod's got the ball in front of Jatsy, and Gertzie handballs it to Gertzie. Gertzie tries to keep it in front and it goes over the boundary line. Straight in front of the commentary box. Dutchie's doing a mighty job in the ruck as he's done all year. Ball's in again, Dutchie in front. Ball gets tapped down. Wayne Britton gets a hurried kick towards the half-forward flank with Willow leading the race to the ball and takes a chest mark. Willow runs around, gets a quick boot to ball. Tails is under the ball, backs back, gets out of position. Jacko leading in the race to the ball, runs in an open goal. And that's better football by the boys. Have a quiet night last night. So the score at the moment is 7-5-47 and 4-4-28. The ball goes down again, favours Killer. Killer gets a tap to Davo. He hands it out to Hubbard. Hubbard gets around on his left, then onto his right foot, gets a hurried kick towards Callard and his opponent. Callard punches the ball away. Port player dives on the ball, taps it out. Fart leading in for the race. The ball gets shepherded nicely, runs through, puts a horrible right-footed kick across the ground. Jatsy behind his opponent, gets shepherded off. Jason drops the ball. Craig Britton gets a hurried handball out. It's all happening here at the moment. It's a fairly scrambly game. Four players are in there again. Jetsley finally gets the ball, gets a hurried handball out to Brito. Wayne Britton gets a hurried kick through the centre. Titch is behind his opponent, and number 44, Rick Brown, takes a mark in front of Titch, and Jacko Hubbard dives on the ball, doesn't quite get the mark, plays on. Trevor Bennett goes to pick up the ball, gets swamped by players. Davison runs away from the pack, gets a kick. It's a kick into his teammate, Pat Foy running through. Misses the ball. Craig picks the ball up, gets a handball out. Dutchie Fart gets a handball from Dutchie, kicks it down towards Tails. Tails waiting behind his opponent will take a shot from about 40 metres out on a slide angle. After a bit of mucking around, once they got the ball in the spaces, they used it well. Taylor runs in, stabs at the ball and kicks it behind. So the scores are 7-6-48 for Port Douglas, 4-4-28. Patrick Lanester kicks the ball in, kicks it towards Dutchie and Killer. Killer gets one touch, two touch, but the Port player goes to get a kick, gets met by Willow. Jatsy throws it on his left boot and kicks it straight out of bounds on the full. Port fullback Patrick Lanester will kick the ball in, kicks the ball up into the breeze and gets held there. Dutchie goes up, Fart goes up. Wayne Britton misses the ball. Fart's got the ball in front of him. There's a whole stack of players that gets it out. Finally, Titch gets a hurried handball. And he's called it a throw. Oh, my goodness. And Hovey gets a kick out to Pat Foy. Pat Foy didn't like it. Craig Reedy can't stop from in mid-air, so it's on again. Reedy's doing all right for himself. And players that come from everywhere.
Yeah, keep it going while this is on.
It's part and parcel of the grand finals nowadays. A bit of aggression showing, trying to upset the other side. We'll see who settles down first. Pat Foy gets a 50-metre penalty, which brings him up onto the wing position. The umpire's written a few things on his little pad. No idea whether there's any reports. Foy kicks the ball towards Davey Evans and Pearce. Pearce and Davey Evans battle for the ball. Pearce gets a second hit at it. It goes to a Port player. Davey Evans goes up. Big stack of players as well. Spotted Dogs in there. It's whack around the head, but no free kick. And ball's in there. There's a lot of scrambly sort of play. And the umpire will have to bounce the ball. He couldn't pick a free kick out of that. Just keeping into the game. think Port feel it's the only chance of upsetting Centrals. Dutchy goes up, gets a great tap out to Timmy McNeil. And a scramble of players, and the ball is going to be bounced again. Ball favours Bart. Craig Britton gets the ball tapped out. Jetsy goes through, taps the ball out. Gertzy gets caught, gets stopped after getting rid of the ball. Bit of volleyball play. Jetsy's got a hurried handball towards Bart. Bart gets knocked off the ball. Jetsy batters up. Jetsy's hit behind the ear without the ball. So at the 15-minute mark, Centrals are leading 7-6-48 to Port Douglas 4-4-28. Jetsy takes a kick on the edge of the square. Kicks a horrible torpedo punt down towards 2 Port Douglas and 1 Centrals player. Hubbard gets pulled off the ball without the ball. Gets pulled away from the ball without touching it. And a free kick is given. Wayne Britton standing the mark. Hubbard comes out to this side of the ground. He kicks it towards Craig Britton in front of Rod Davis. Craig Britton falls over. Taps it on though. Dave-O and Rudy collide. They both fall over and the ball runs over the boundary line. The spirit in the game, which is good. Dutchy's up. Rudy was up. Killer was up. Get a tap forward and Brad Bolton picks up the ball, kicks it to Tails, and he takes a nice chest mark. Tails can kick this if he has a decent shot. He's got Fart running loose down the ground. So Smithy has to be particular about a metre. Oh, you get that from a wanker. Tails has stabbed at the ball again. Didn't allow enough for the breeze, and another point result. So it's 7-7-49 to Port Douglas 4-4-28. Fullback kicks in. Patrick Glenister puts it up towards Killer and Dutchy. The ball goes down on the ground. And Dutchy's got up off the ground limping a bit. So it's not looking good for the Dutchman. And an ankle. Ball is on Central's half-forward flank. As the ball really goes up, misses the ball. Port Runkman hits it straight out of bounds, so another throw-in results. Ball gets thrown in, a lot of scragging and... oh, no. Smithy just doesn't like Centrals, I'm convinced of that. Fart having a couple of words to say. I'm sure he's assuring Smithy knows the rules pretty well. Tiger gets a kick, kicks it to Trevor Bennett. Trevor Bennett, an ex-Centrals player, been doing well to hold his place. Turns around on the left foot, kicks it straight to centre half forward. Craig Britton there puts his hands up, misses it. Al Bradford gets a hurry kick. Craig Britton back in there again. Handballs it off to Purse. Purse kicks it out towards Fart on the outer wing. Fart leading pack forward by about 5 metres. It's a nice kick in towards Jacko. Jacko takes a nice grab. He's off now. Lovely little push along. Jacko running into an open goal. Maybe he's looking for tails and a point results. So the score is 7-8. 50 to Port Douglas 4-4-28. Ball player brings it in, favours his side, the dead side of the ground. Killer goes up. Greg Davis takes a good grab in front of Titch. Big difference in size though. Killer kicks the ball high up in the breeze towards Robbie Hubbard. Hubbard goes in front. It goes up, but Willow is in front and takes a nice mark. Willow near the corner of the square. It's a long way out from goal, runs around. Puts it in front of Tails. Tails is in front, misses it. Rudy misses the ball as well. Jacko leading in the race to the ball. If he picks this up clean, I think it could be another goal. It is. Shut the gate. There's another good goal by Centrals. Great play by Jacko. So that's 2 for Jacko for the day, just roving the packs. And the score is 8-8-56 to Port Douglas 4-4-28. Some good play by Centrals there, and at the 19-minute mark, Centrals 28 points in front, exactly double Port Douglas' score.
Beat him up, Rod! Beat him up!
Bounced again by Smith. Killer gets a favourable tap. Taps it out to his Rover. His Rover gets tackled without the ball. So Dave's got another kick. He runs around. Kicks straight up the centre of the ground. Purse is battling away with Dave Evans. Fists the ball away. Timmy McNeil knocks it further. Person spotted, fight for the ball. Timmer fights the ball off Spotted. Spotted gets a hurry kick. Timmer, they're all in there. It's a bit of a stack up. And Smithy's finally decided to make a decision. Dutchy and Killer. Dutchy gets a tap out. It goes straight to a Port Douglas player. Port Douglas player kicks along in front. Pat Foy's in there with Spotted Dog and kicks it out of bounds on the full. Came straight off Pat Foy's feet, so the umpire didn't give it. Dutchy gets a ball on the end of the fingertips. Spotted goes in. He gets a hurry kick away. Hubbard gets a ball, hits it forward. Purse takes a nice grab with the going with the win. Dave Evans tries to smother it, but Purse kicks a nice kick out to Ian Green. Greeny goes up and falls over. Gets back up quickly. Chases the opponent, forcing the kick hurry. But Colin Fogden is in the road. So Colin Fogden's got a kick about 45 metres out in a fairly acute angle, kicking at a stiff bruise. It's a low drop punt in and out of bounds on the full. Versus gets the kick. Kicks it towards Dutchy. Dutchy misses the mark. Picked up by Davison. Fart tackles Davison after he kicked the ball. No free kick. And Alan Bradford rushes the ball over the boundary line on the half-forward flank for the Crocodiles. Ball comes back into play. Dutchy gets beaten by Killer. Goes straight to Timmy McNeil. Timmy McNeil gets a hurried right foot kick down towards the wing. I think the boundary line's beaten him, and the throwing will occur directly opposite the commentary box. Ball's back in, Rudy goes up, Fart behind, takes the ball, runs downfield towards Tails. Tails in front for the ball. He's got a mile if he can kick, if he can reach it, but he couldn't. Keeps it back in play, but the Port Douglas player was behind him. Fullback, Tails chases well. Fullback gets his kick out towards the wing. Jatchy leading in the race for the ball. Willow comes in. Shepard's nice stuff. Kicks it in towards Craig Britton. Craig Britton's got a bit of time to steady and look for centre half forward, but he's kicked it in front of Jacko. Jacko's got rid of the ball. He's scragged without it. Port players comes through, kicks the ball around to Pat Foy. Pat Foy gets the ball across to his teammate. His teammate runs through the centre, kicks it towards Milne. Milne misses it. Central's clear the ball away. It's Greeny gets the kick, kicks it down towards Rudy. Rudy by himself, 20 metres away his opponent was. Turns around on his left foot, kicks a low kick to Titch. Titch is pushed in the back, no free kick at all. He's got a back as big as a fucking garage door and still can't get a free kick. Craig runs through, sheer strength, great play. Craig Britton gets a handball out to Dutchy. Dutchy kicks it straight down the guts towards Tails. Tails leading, takes a nice grab. I know Titch ridden into the ground and still couldn't get a kick. Great play by Craig. Tails from about 40 metres out, lines up the ball, kicks one of the worst drop punts I've ever seen in my life. Only I can do that. Wilso leads in the race of the ball, kicks it out, kicks it back in, I'm sorry, and a resulting ball up from a bit of scrambly play. Ball up occurred. Davison gets a hurry kick and kicks it out on bounds on the full on the half-forward flank for Centrals on the side of the ground. Ball out of bounds on Central's forward line. Dutchy goes up, it's a tap. Two players fighting for the ball. Finally, the umpire decides the ball up. There's a big pack of players here. You'll have to pick out a free kick or do something. It's getting very scrambly. Ball gets bounced down. Killer goes up. Tails goes up. Gets a nice tap towards Wayne Britton. Wayne Britton gets a hurry king and it's out of bounds on the opposite side of the ground in the forward pocket. 25-minute mark. Central's lead 8-8-56 to Port Douglas 4-4-28. Tails and Killer collide. There's no real advantage gained, and there's a bit of scramble. They're letting the play go a bit now, and the umpires are going to have to do something about this. This is pretty ordinary. So he decides to have a chat to Hubbard. Pretty scrambling play there. Finally, Port clear the ball. Goes into the arms of Colin Fogden on the half-back line for Port Douglas. Fogden taking a long time to get rid of the ball. Kicks a wobbly sort of drop punt towards the point of the square, and there's a push in the back to Dutchy, and Dutchy gets a free kick. Dutchy should be able to put it down where Tails is. Tails is there, he's leading for the ball. Jacko's in front, Tails puts the big arms up, and they've picked the man in front. It's Russell Klein. That was surprising. Klein puts a wobbly sort of kick in. Timmy McNeil and Mark Walter gets a handball over to Craig Bittman, who's running through the square, kicks it out in front of Jacko. Jacko takes a chest mark. And Rick Brown trailing in Jacko's wake. Jacko runs in, lines up, kicks the ball. Doesn't kick true though, unfortunately, so it's another point to Centrals. Ball kicked back in by the Port Douglas full back. Dutchy goes up. Hubbard taps the ball outside at the boundary line. Okay. So 27-minute mark. Central's 8-9, 57 leading Port Douglas 4-4, 28. Ball's thrown in, a bit of a scramble, a bit of a push in the back, and I think Fart's finally going to get a free kick. Andrew Martin will be 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Runs in, hooks the ball to the left, and the wind's done the rest, so another behind the Centrals. Port fullback kicks it in again. Killer goes up, puts the long arm up, and takes a nice grab. So Centrals are leading 8-10-58 to Port Douglas 4-4-28 at the 28-minute mark of the second quarter. Killer puts the ball up in the breeze. It gets held up for a while. The big pack goes up. Pat Foy gets one-handed. Timmy gets a hand to it. Dutchy's in there. There's a whole stack of players. Chris Browning was in there. Everybody was there. Ball hits turf again. Killer and Dutchy go. Dutchy goes up too early. Killer gets a tap to Brad Bolton. Brad Bolton kicks it high in the air. Killer gets another tap. Another player taps it out toward Robbie Hubbard. Robbie Hubbard keeps it inside the boundary line, and Terry McLeod takes it over with some attention from Jetsy. Dutchy in front. Gets a tap. Jetsy gets a handball straight over the top towards Wally. Wally misses the ball. Fart goes in there. Brute strength just pushes players away. Gets a hurried left foot kick over his shoulder towards Jacko. And the siren has gone to the second quarter with Centrals leading 8-10-58. Port Douglas 4-4-28.
Here we are after half-time to the AFL Grand Final. Both teams back out in the ground. Central's already broken up and taking their positions. Port Douglas over on the flank, just breaking up now. All players just about in their positions now. Umpires nearly ready. Young Scratcher Neal's popped on for a bit of a trot. Looks very keen. Murph over there in the bench still. Central's leading at half-time, 8-10-58. Port Douglas 4-4-28. Port Douglas kicking with a pretty big breeze this quarter, and they'll be hoping to get back into it. Siren sounds as we commence play in the second half. Umpire bounces the ball and the boys are up. Killer, slight tap forward. Bit of a pack develops. Fart's got a hold of the ball. Knocks it out. Dutchy's running along in front of him. Guy from Port picks it up. They go into attack with a kick towards Craig Britton, who should mark this. Nice effort from behind from Timmy McNeil.